Oh god, this song is really good. I have it pulled up on the side. Probably won't have it up for long, but I need pop-up chat here too. Okay. There we go. Let's go Discord just in case. Shimata, I forgot to do this too. There you go. Now, boys. Oh, no's, hellos, and welcome back to another stream videos. I've been doing these a lot lately because I've been in, you know, kind of bored that we don't have a Pauper tournaments yet, but we have content. That's what we're here for, right? I'll probably leave this up as a VOD, but I'm not too certain on that. Well, that's weird. I'm just checking my things. So yeah, we're gonna do a tier list that I actually came up with, and I gotta say a lot of people don't. I'm just gonna point that out. Like, a lot of people don't like my tier list. I'm not saying that they don't hate it or they don't like it, but I'm saying like could be improved. Basically what they're saying, and I respect that. But this is my tier list, and I am giving a broader approach on the decks and Arena Pauper. So this is just my take on it. And if for any new players, this is a perfect way to kind of show you what different decks are. And you know what? Let me pull up. It's so hard to find, but I can pull up the results. I guess I could do this. Oh, I know. Wrong one. If I do this, it'll show like the deck master peoples. So, by the way, all this information is publicly visible. So, yeah. So basically, we're going to go through every single deck, and we're going to say, oh, what tier do they go in? So, and by the way, if you're doing this, the archetypes are up here in text, so you can know what you're finding. Let's go with Chatterstorm first. It's right here, first thing. Chatterstorm. I'm going to go A tier. I think Chatterstorm is very good, even though another person running it saying it could be better. But I still believe that is a premier combo deck in the format. It's really good. And oh, hello world, hello Prince of Pauper. I think the person who plays it's like this name, don't know how to say that. Let's just call him Duna. You know, that's a good short name for him. He's a dork. That makes Storm. Sometimes mono blue. Okay. Bad example. It would be easier if it had the deck list. Oh wait, I can preview it, right? Is that how that works? Yeah, there we go. Does he play it a lot? I don't know. Is he the Dins guy or the... No, I guess I'm an idiot. He doesn't play it. Duns Danny? Oh. Well then. That's gonna be hard to find. Oh, but mostly Daniel. Okay. But anyways, I could just do this. Like, should have it, right? Yeah. If I can't find it, I'll just Google is my answer. So this is basically the deck, is Chatterstorm from a dude I don't know. But I'll take his word for it. It's not the definitive version, I assume, because it's pretty close though. So you do have first day of class, you do have like Llanowar Visionary for like ramp. This is probably the most important card of the deck. It's like Archaeomancer. Just busted. This card is really a meta-defining card. You'll see it in a lot of decks. But overall, you're just Chatterstorm. You could play 4. I like to play 2. I don't know. I know in Vintage Pauper, people only play 1. Because that's all you need, is 1. But yeah, Explorer, First Day Class. We got new cards, so this isn't really the updated version of it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have updated versions of the cards yet. I don't think he's built it yet, so we're still waiting on that, but still, pretty good combo deck in the form. It's an A. It's A for me, boss. This Core Skyfisher, or of the variants, like Boros Bully, I'm gonna put it at B. Hot take, but I don't think this deck is like nearly as good as people make it out to be. I mean, I played it. It's a fun deck. It certainly doesn't go down without a fight, you know? So I actually know who plays this a lot. A lot of people do play this. Like, a lot of people do. So, like, I can even find one, like... I mean, I think I played it. I don't know. Let's go with mine. Look at my beautiful stats that are terrible. Because I've lost so many, like, I had a losing streak. I think I had a losing streak with this deck, but... Synthesizer. I think I won one game, though. But it was... stupid. Where do we go? Yeah, here we go. So, it's Core Sky. This is my synthesizer version. There's other versions, but... Main card you go for Core Skyfisher. Just you return a permanent you control to its owner hand, so it's kind of like a blink. But you can, it's a really aggressive creature. It's probably one of the best white creatures in the format. To be wrong, but it's up there. It's pretty good. Like, shock can't even kill it. So it's a really good threat, and you can play it alongside like Synthesizer and other like creatures that like entering the battlefield, backup agent, Fairy Godmother, Dawnbringer Cleric. I don't know if Vicino is not really amazing. You could even run the second version. I mean, some people do. You could be a madman if you want to, but I don't know. I mean, this deck is not really the best example of like what you go for, but it's okay. I think he does play it too, I'm pretty sure. Duna. No, it's Tempo. I mean, a lot of people play this deck. It's a deck of decks, you know. Oh, here we go. This one went 2-1. So you can even be aggressive with it. Like, you can go the whole aggro route and play like Seraph of Dawn. So you can make it kind of like flyers, but also have Core Skyfisher. So I don't know though. Really good card. Really good deck too. Yeah. All right, now we have Kilmfiend, hot dogs, whatever you want to call it. This is definitely hot take, but I think this is an A tier deck. Endless says it's not that good. I disagree. I think it just needs more polish. And it's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I played it in... and I went almost undefeated with it. It was insane how good the deck was. I think the deck falters in that it doesn't have, like, consistency because you don't have access to, like, hot dogs. This is what I played. And yeah, as you can see, I mean, yes, it dies to a removal spell, but every single thing can die. There's counter spells too. Should we not play non-creatures because counter spells exist? I mean, and here's the funny thing: people are saying that in Vintage Pauper, like Kiln Fiend is gonna be a top deck because of Monastery Swiftspear. Now, if we get Monastery Swiftspear in this deck can be top tier, like for sure. I play a more aggressive version. I don't play Burn because I think it's boring. I like to be spicy with my dice, so this is more of the like kind of like what old school like Kiln Fiend was. It's about damage. Yeah, Taylor Swiftspear is pretty good. If we got that in pop, oh my gosh, I'd be cooking with gas. But yeah, I basically exploit a meta thing where people use like negative sweepers. So I use like cards like Infuriate and like Antagonize, protect them. So kind of like Mutagenic Growth and like Vintage Pauper. They do the same thing. They have Mutagenic Growth, but they also have Apostle's Blessing, which like no burn and kill fiend. Well, yeah, you can go burn. I mean, but it's just a burn deck at the end of the day. So it's like, if you really want to play Kiln Fiend, you go for damage. Because I know that in Pauper you do that too. It's just damage. They don't even run burn because the deck is so quick, you can just kill them without the burn. And that deck can win on turn 2. It's crazy. Like, yeah, crash throughs. Main important cards crash through are like Fist of Flame. I run Fist of Flame because you can draw. You can get this like +6 Ancestral Anger, Double Strike. You don't even need Double Strike sometimes. Sometimes I might even reduce that to 2. I don't even know. But yeah, I went almost undefeated. I won against Storm. I didn't defeat Demo Control. And then I won against Monograin. So like you can see how good this deck is. And Monograin's like one of my worst matchups with this deck. So A tier. I believe it's A tier. Alright, now I have Life Drain. I think Life Drain is quite possibly an A tier deck. Just because it is like really good against certain matchups like Burn or like any like pseudo aggro deck because they have like the Annoying White Cleric. I don't know who plays that often. I know sometimes KOH plays it. I could call him. I'm giving everyone nicknames today. Everyone nicknames. Yeah, Warzov's Soul Sisters, he plays... I mean, he doesn't play it that much anymore, but I'll just show you, I mean, he dabbles in Life Drain, but it's still a good example, you know, what you can do. So this is basically the deck, kind of. This is more of control, I guess. But the main part of the deck is like Soul Warden and running Bright Priest against any aggro deck. It's just a win. He's running 3. Wow, what a champion! But yeah, then the other part of the deck is just this. I guess it's kind of aggressive too. I like his version of the deck better actually. It looks very staircase of how he plays it. Man, KOH's decks are just amazing. Like, the way he builds them is just like, he has... Every part of the deck has a purpose, and it just works, you know? I'm not the type of person to pile on cards that give me value sometimes, you know? I don't like to, like, put random cards in my deck and see, oh, well, this can work sometimes. He makes it work. He really makes it work. But yeah, the main way you win is Marani Bright Priest. But I guess he can also go for the aggro game or Celestial Unicorn. Don't count Twilight Sparkle out. Or Rarity. I don't know. My Little Pony. Very powerful deck, though. That's why it's an A tier. Alright, now we move on to Mono White Flyers. Mono White. Most people play Flyers. I'm actually going to go B tier above Core Skyfisher. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad either. Man, Endless hates this deck. He thinks it's the D tier. No. I think it's a B tier. It has a presence, and it has a really solid presence, and like how aggro deck should be. And I totally agree with B. I mean, we kind of already know who plays this. I mean, I can go to another thing of things and just show you he's in the chat right now. So I think I played it once. I didn't really like it though, but I mean, he plays it so many times that you can just like, he does play Core Skyfisher too, but I guess Damir Snowball. Okay, can I go to? Oh, here we go. Here's some recent is at the bottom. Wow, this site is just stupid. We can go mono white. There's a bunch you could do. Oh, this is Boros. No, we don't want Boros. That's Skyfisher. I thought because you can run Skyfisher with Flyers, but I wouldn't run it though, to be fair. Core Skyfisher. Oh, he plays. Is it 2? There we go. This is the deck, yeah. This deck right here. Basically what it says it is. Just mono white Flyers. With some enchantments. To maximize Karametra's Blessing, I'm assuming. So this deck may look bad to some people, but it's effective at what it does, and what it does is like evasion and just pure aggro. No questions asked. Bone Splitters kind of makes the deck good. That's why, you know. Being white, you don't have access to card draw. You just have access to efficient bodies. That's all you get, really. But you make up with damage, you know. So probably the best version. Probably the best flyer is probably Daybreak Chimera. Could also argue like Tactician. These 2 flyers are pretty good. But I'm no expert, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I'd say it's a B tier. We got Reanimator next. Battlefield Raptor's pretty good. I wouldn't doubt it. I would. You're the expert. The Reanimator. I think it's a hard take, but I think it's D tier. It's not good. I think for this we'd have to go like Reanimator. Oh, you got the correct Pauper. You sent me a docs. But am I so okay? So this is like Dogger Cubons. Okay, so this is like a Reanimator deck. But that does. Oh, there it is. Late to there, yeah. See, he's like late. Oh, he also runs someone. Oh, he played this recent. Okay, this was from a recent event. So, kind of simple. It Dust Legion for draw. The mummy you use to discard, but you can also affect your opponent. So, I don't know why you wouldn't go Esper, because you can run that card that discards cards. Yeah, just go Esper. I don't know why you would go Orzhov. I guess for color. Okay, yeah, that would be why you can go Orzhov. Probably. Oh yeah, I've seen Yoked Pobbies too. And Soul Migration. Dang, he's been... I actually faced this deck before. Not gonna lie. I did see Guardian Naga. He didn't actually reanimate it. I've only faced this like 2 or 3 times. I just don't think it's good. Sure, now you got like Summon, Undead, and Late to Dare now, but you don't have good creatures. You know, you can't really make up for going Reanimator. I mean, just look at the creatures you get. You don't get First Sphere. Good. Yeah, no, you can block that. Same with the Plobbies. Block it. This is probably the only good creature you can reanimate, but even then, you could just run in a Blink deck. Okay, now this is interesting. This is pretty interesting. Oh, but it says as long as you... I thought this prevent damage from it. Oh, well. Well, why would you care? It's a 6 toughness creature. You probably... Yeah, I'm just resting the deck at this point. It's not a good deck. It's terrible, but it comes up sometimes in this Lake and Hyperlife. Affinity. I think Affinity is just a C tier. Nothing else. Oh, let's take a look at what you sent me. Oh wow. Did you look at that? Oh, it's just tournament results. Thank you. You think it's bad? I don't think it's bad. I think he even played it in this face. Let me see. No, this is Artificers. Yeah, it's Artificers. I mean, as you can see, it's not... Oh, hey there, Mr. Hello, Crash Test. Let's go to Historic Pauper or Affinity and see how garbage this deck is. It's not garbage. I wouldn't say it's garbage. It's just, it could be better. Oh, this one's different. Okay. This one's probably not as good. Let's go to this one. Wow, everyone runs the blue-white variant. I guess they run Steelfin Whale. Mere Enforcers basically what puts this deck over the top. Yeah, Affinity is a rough spot in Arena Pauper. It's just, I mean, you get Gearseeker Serpent too. I think these are the 2 best creatures you can possibly get. But they just get outshadowed by, like, removal and everything else. I mean, this deck is good sometimes. That's why I'm not putting it like a D tier, but it's not great, you know. Azorius is definitely not the thing I would go for. Oh, this is more the vintage Pauper. Wait, no, Glasscasters is not... What? No, this is like Artisan. What the hell? Here's another Affinity deck. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you run Blood Fountain. That's how... basically how the deck functions really well. But yeah, basically it's not that good. It's okay, but it's like... It's a niche deck. People say Affinity's broken, Affinity's broken. The only reason Affinity's broken is the other cards that make it good. Not actual Affinity, you know? Oh, and then we got Breathless Knight. I'm gonna put Breathless Knight at C tier. Like, I think Breathless Knight... Oh, let me... Wow, you brought me a lot of paperwork to go over. Maybe I'll go over this some other time. What was I saying? Oh, Breathless Knight. Oh, this card is... I love this card. I don't know why, but I love this card. So, if you don't know how the deck works, so Breathless Knight, this deck is so fun to play. I kind of want to make a deck with this again. But, oh, well, we can't really get Pauper infected area, can we? That'd be sweet though. So it's like whenever Breathless Knight or another creature enters the battlefield when you control it, that creature enters from the graveyard or you cast it from the graveyard. Put a counter on it. So what this deck tries to do is just put creatures into play, but fairly. You could be unfair with it, I guess. Ugh. Okay, this is not good. Ah, there we go. So you went like Breathless Knight, or like... Oh, this is not a good example because this is not technically Historic Pauper. We'll find on this. No. Because that would be too easy. Can't make it easy, can we? So yeah, just basically you run like disturb creatures and you just get the hella counters on it. That's how that works. I can't really explain the deck because there's so many different ways you can take it. You can do the life drain, you could do Reanimator with it. You can go. There's a lot of flavors you can go with it, but this is the main thing. Yeah, we got zombies. I think zombies is a B tier, high B tier, maybe A tier, but it's really close to A tier, you know. I think zombies is great. I mean, I don't know who. I know one person that plays it regularly, and that's Processor. I mean, if I could find him, I could probably just do this. Oh, couldn't I? Damn it. Let's go, dude. Stop downloading it. So, like, zombies in Historic Pauper are, like, stupidly good. I think they can be broken. But I think there's one small issue. Man, I'm just gonna have to use Google all the time. Okay. So zombies. That's the card that you go with. So, Dogger Q-Bones. People just upload this? What is this? So you got your zombies. I think he runs a similar version. Oh, but where's the Damir Snowball creature? I mean, I guess you can run it without it, but yeah, it's just a zombie deck. This one's okay. I know Diregraph Horde is probably the best zombie. It's pretty good because it can put like 3 bodies into play. I mean, that's really good. And you got Ghoul Razor. You know, it's typical zombie deck. It's just, it's good. Wow, this deck is not running any card draw. This deck is terrible. No. Yeah, maybe this. I guess you can run Grim Physician. And Bone Splitters is a cemetery recruitment is pretty good. I would run that over anything. Hey, there's a... Oh, nice. But anyways, Historic Paupers is just zombies. That's all you gotta think about. It's just zombies, but it has the best, like, zombie in play. So you basically flood the board with zombies, and you just win like that. And it still attacks, you know. You can, you know, gets in for damage. A B tier for sure. Elephants. So there's like 2 mid-range decks. This is elephants. This is an S tier deck. This deck is the mid-range deck. This deck is the epitome of all like mid-range decks in the format. It is quite possibly the best mid-range deck you can play. And I kind of know who plays that. It's quite easy actually. I know who plays that. I mean, sometimes Dunce plays it, sometimes crap, why does this just okay, there we go. Like Dunce plays it sometimes. That's mono green ramp. That's not what we want. Ah. Fabry plays it sometimes. No, that's mono green. Goblin Electromancer. Heavy. Oh, that's my favorite song. Why? God damn it. Let me just show you the card. I can't find anything on that side. That side's a disaster. Wow, that really helped. Let's just go to this Reddit. So Triumphing Herd, it's 2 green. Create 3/3 elephant creature token, rebound, and you just create a shit ton of elephants basically. 6 power worth. And it's the best token generator and the best creature, which is insane to say that in as a sorcerer card. It's it has everything, you know. And the scary thing is that this card, not only does it snowball, but it scales so well with the creatures and removal. It's insane. You know what? I could go with Endless's deck. Because he runs also elephants. Because you can run it in Sultai or you can run it in... His is not a good example because there's more of a... Like, you can run it in any mid-range deck, I believe, though. Yeah, so you just run it like any mid-range deck because it just provides bodies and it's just like so good, you know. You just put this on the battlefield and you can just spiral everything out of control. It's the best creature, best sorcery in the whole format. It's an S tier for sure. And then we got ninjas or tempo ninjas, whatever you want to call it. This is also an S tier, and it's probably above elephants. I think this deck is absolutely bonkers. Crazy. You know what? It's probably not as good in mid-range. I'm probably going to put it lower. It's probably barely an A, but it's like an S. I think it's an S tier deck. And I know Haiku plays that a lot. And wow, he did not join the... Oh. I'm an idiot. But yeah, Haiku is just like terribly. I mean, he's had some pretty bad starts. He's been saying um he's been struggling a little bit with the deck, but honestly, I feel like you get so much value out of your creatures that it's just insane. Like, okay, I guess we can go with heavies. So you can run mono blue, you can run, it doesn't matter, both of them are pretty powerful, so you just run like the ninjas that draw cards. So whenever it deals combat damage, you ninjutsu, you draw cards. Same thing in circuit hack, you draw a card. So it just spirals out of control. You can even run Moonblade Shinobi, deals combat damage, destroyer, you create illusion with flying. It's insane how this deck can just instantly kill you. Once this deck gets under you, you can't win. You basically lose. Like if you have no board presence against this deck, you're gonna lose. I know in Vintage Pauper this deck is really good. And when they get under you, they get the hooks in. Yeah, you're done for. There's nothing you can do. Because I know in Vintage Pauper, when they have so many cards, like as soon as they have 2 ninjas, people just concede because you can't get around that card advantage. You really can't, you know. Tempo's messed up in a way where you either answer their threats or you lose, you know. So that's why I think it's S tier, because there's no other decks in the format that could say that once they have like a board state presence, they just win. It's a hot take. I think people think this deck is like B tier or A tier. I think it's S tier. It's a force to be reckoned with, you know. Oh, we got Boggles. Okay. So Boggles is definitely an A tier deck. Saying that though, if Ancestral Mask was unbanned in our format, it'd be an S tier deck. Maybe close to A, maybe close to S. Most likely S. It wouldn't be the... I wouldn't say it wouldn't be the best deck in the... Well... No, I think... Burn would still be good. I think it would be second or third best. I think mid-range would be better, but... Who knows? I mean, as it stands right now with our ban philosophy, I think it's just an A tier deck. It's definitely not an S tier deck, and I know who plays that. Oh ho ho ho. Little old me, the only one playing it. Yes, I could say I'm the only person who plays it. But, you know, I'm not like... See, like I went 4-1 with this deck. It's just insane how good this deck is. This is more the mutate though. I haven't been playing it in a while. Can I go to the more recent version? No. Okay. Well, I mean, regardless, this is still kind of like what Boggles is. Basically, you have a hexproof creature, Jungle Port Pioneer, because it creates a hexproof token. And then you run Jade Guardian, hexproof Merfolk. So most of your creatures will be hexproof Merfolk creatures. And you can run a mutate package, but lately I've been citing it just for enchantments and not doing the mutate package, so I don't know, it is what it is. So it's basically you just strap enchantments. Security bypass is what makes this deck viable, and lifelink. So any lifelink, unblockable, you win, basically. Once you get those 2 things out, no one can stop you from there. You can't interact with it. The only thing you can do is, like... I mean, you either counter the hexproof creature, or you eat it away. Or try to, like, combat trick it, but when it's unblockable, there's nothing you can do. So you have to kind of just find an edict. So yeah, this deck is very, like, uninteractive, but with the banning of Ancestral Mask, it is very easy to combat. I can break this deck if Ancestral Mask was unbanned, so yeah. Leave that banned. Please. Or this deck can go out of control. I still think it's... I don't know though, I think it goes right there. That's what I believe. I'm gonna put it right there. We got Elves. Ho ho ho. I think this is about like right here. A B tier. It is definitely a B tier deck. No questions asked. Does Duna play it? I'm pretty sure Duna plays this. I could be wrong, but... Like, Duna has played a lot of decks that he likes. And one of them is, I think, Elves. I think he's the one who played Elves. I'm not too sure. We can check. Nope, I guess I was wrong. Okay. Like always. Ben Mullins. But yeah, it's like second to quarterback. No, this is probably not it. Afraid not. Oh, Daniel and Turbo Dark play Elves? Oh, why didn't you tell me? So bad I can find them, but wait, pass them. Shimata. Yeah, hey, I don't like this. This site needs to be sued for making my life miserable. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Wow, nothing. That's wonderful. All right, well. Time to go to this, because why not? Just use the doc I sent you. And then I gotta... yeah, you know what? Actually, let me do this. Because why not? I'm an idiot. There's 3, okay. Ah, here we go. I found one. You could think endless for this, pulling up this information. Yeah, there we go. This deck took 4-0. I mean, maybe it is better than zombies. Who knows? So yeah, this is... Oh, don't worry, I found it, but... And I used Control F, it worked. I was being an idiot. You have to click into the dock to do it. So yeah, this deck runs just Elves for days. I kind of did an Elf build, but mine was more controlled of like rally effects. But you don't really need that when you have like creatures like with Seagate Banneret, you know? We have the Unicorn now too, so maybe this deck will be updated and we can just run the Unicorn, because you can also give Vigilance. So... I don't know if I helped him a little bit, like I said, like... Because I think I played against him, and he was really interested in the deck. I was like... But he takes all the credit because I guess he knows more Elves than I do, so... he runs the Wild Hydra Invoker. He runs 2 of these. I run like 3, 2 just seems like not that much, but hey, he put up the 4-0. I mean, he beat the Menace Connection. Okay, maybe that's not a good... I mean, come on, he beat Serpentine Curve. I mean, that's pretty good. Well, I guess Serpentine Curve would lose too. Something like that, wouldn't it? But hey, beat Enchantments. I mean, Elves has got something, man. Elves has definitely got something. I'll probably put it... You know what? I'll put it right next to Zombies. I would say it's not as good as Zombies, but it's close. Because they're payoff than Elves. Elves, you gotta have to... It's whatever, you know? Oh, here comes the spicy one. Oh, I think we all know where this goes. And this is, by the way, this picture of this card. It's Burn. It's just Burn. Nah, it's a D tier. It's honestly, it's an A tier. It's better than A tier. It's an S tier. It's the best deck in the format, I believe. Regardless of what people say, I think Burn is definitively the best deck in the format. No questions asked. It warps the metagames, because I talked to multiple people on Discord about this, and I don't know if it needs a ban, but I guess you could make the argument like Vintage Pauper people play Chainer's Edict because of Boggles. People play like, you know, like, because they play Chainer's Edict just for Boggles. A lot of decks play Chainer's Edict because Boggles can be a problem. I know even some decks main deck like Dust to Dust because Defenetive is so good. Oh, Finnick got banned, but Boggles isn't banned. So I don't even know where to start with Burn. Like, I really don't want to go into Burn. That's the thing. Because it's really easy to explain. But I don't know, man. Let's just pull up a list, I guess. I mean, you can't quite honestly go bad with Burn, but you can't quite honestly, and it's like nobody plays it either. Like, I'm seeing like on this list, like, inclined not to play it because you're just gonna get, and that's sad, you know. Oh, you know what, here's one. And I don't hate people for playing Burn, I just don't like playing against it. It's a good deck. Like, you got Burning Blood. Okay, let's go with this 4-0'd, you know. Yeah, it's. I didn't put Rakdos Burn, but you can go, like, Burn has so many different like strategies. That main thing is Thermo Alchemist. So what you do basically is you just have these creatures out that deal damage. So every time you cast something, it's gonna deal so much. Clerics, Sovereign's Bite, Vampire's Kiss. Some really good examples, but you can also run like Voltairean Epicure. This is a really good card. Fiery Temper in this version. I mean, Burn is simple. I keep downloading. Damn it. Burn is just a deck you have to deal with in the format. I guess a lot of people like to play Red-Black Burn, huh? I mean, why wouldn't you? But regardless, it's kind of an easy deck to explain, you know? Secure to Critics, you know, Sovereign's Bite, Fiery Temper. Sometimes you could just run it like that. It's not a deck I should explain it, honestly. I think everyone knows what Burn is. So that is what I think. It's the best deck, and if anyone says otherwise, well, You don't have your head on straight, or you're not playing this format. Boomer on this format. I really am. I've been playing this for like 2 years. Well, so for this, I've only been on here for like 3 or 4 months? I don't know. Drop frames there. Jun Gardens. What was it? Yeah, Jun Gardens. I'm putting this deck into the format, and I have to say, it's right there. Right there, baby. I don't know what else to say but that. It is a deck that's good. Because I actually have the deck list up in a Discord thing, and I could just put it through Goldfish just to show you. I've been testing the deck, and I have to say, I beat, like in the LFGs, I beat everyone with this deck. It's insane how good this deck is. Does it really matter? Probably. Pauper, historic, it doesn't matter. Air Spherix, please. Yeah, fuck it. Alright. So Glimmer Baron, you just run that. I run Bogart and Dragonheart and 1 Homling Zombie. I did update the deck so it has 2 now, but you can run 1 if you want to. So basically what this deck is trying to do is create tokens and sack them with Glimmer Baron to fling at your opponent. Simple, right? Wrong. You can also win by having a bunch of tokens, just incidental tokens you have, and you can Ambitious Assault. I've won like that too. Just swing with a bunch of dumbass tokens. Just swing them all out. And that's effective. I've actually won multiple games more times than not with Ambitious Assault. Or you can go beat down and Trumpeting Herd. Just, you have these 3/3s. You could, I even won with just this. And you just swing them all out. It's like, I love decks that have multiple ways of winning. And are not so linear. This deck is the perfect example of it. And I praise this deck so much. It's like close to my favorite deck, you know? It's that good. I believe it's that good. This is good against like any control deck. Loves to grind. I can outgrind them. You know, I can grind them to the ground. And, man, I'm just being biased, but overall this deck is good. This deck is just, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's a deck. It's a deck of champions. I won against Storm with it. I think it's a force to be reckoned with, and we'll see. Maybe it'll get better. All right, control decks with Imperial Oath. I'm gonna put right here. The only deck I could think of who plays that is Endless. He just loves playing control. And I mean, you'll see why. Is that actually him? I can't tell. Maybe that's his long lost twin. So yeah, this is the pile of a deck he has. So it's a control deck. And him and his devious cover-up, I guess. Basically, you win just by controlling your opponent and running Imperial Oath. So, it's just a glorified blue-white control deck with a win con. I mean, of course you can win with Muldrifter, but, I mean, if you think about it, control wins just by, like, grinding you to the ground until you say, alright, I'm conceding. I don't want to waste my time. I know some like control decks that will do that. They don't really even have a win con or whatever. It's just like, I'm just gonna counter all your spells and destroy all your things. That's all I'm gonna do. But no, this deck has a win con, it's Oath. I don't know, I put it on this list because I think it comes up sometimes. I think Endless is probably the only one that plays it, but a deck is a deck, you know. Alright, we're on the Mill Life. Ugh, I hate this. I used to love this deck, but I think it's a C tier. Oh, those of you wondering, it's Skola, or the... I am the only person who plays it, by the way. Just in case you're wondering. Well, actually, I wasn't part of the... So I was like late season 8 shower-upper. So I played the Mill Life deck. I think that's what I should call it, honestly. The Mill Life strategy. Lands Life Drain. Here it is. So, it's a deck kind of like Life Drain, different. You just run things like Kazu Nectar Pod. You could trigger Blood Researcher. Whenever the land's put it in graveyard from anywhere, you gain 1 life. And you can mill 1 if you pay the 2 green. So basically you mill with Winding Way, or like things like, I don't even know why I have this in the deck. That is garbage. This is my early time, or not early. I just wanted to test the deck. This is like an experimental deck for me. Eccentric Farmer. And then you run like Courier Bat to get back your, like, if they killed it, Blood Researcher. What I've learned in this deck is that you can't always rely on that. And this is just not good enough. So, sure, it's cute, and you can get like multiple triggers with your Skola, but that's all it does, you know? This deck can be better, but I need to work on improvements in the future to make it better, so... It's probably... Honestly, it's probably a D tier, now that I think about it, so... Right, move on to Clerics. Clerics is A tier. It is probably the best tribal deck in the format. No questions asked. And I could prove that to you with our old friend that we keep mentioning, because he is quite literally the... I don't know. He is the person of peoples. He's the peoples of the... He is too good, let's just say that. He needs to be nerfed. Man, Clerics is so broken. Here it is. Let's go to the 5.0 version. Here it is. Honestly, it doesn't really look like a Clerics deck when you think about it, but it does some stuff that is, I think, kind of cool. With Clerics, with Esper Clerics, you like get access to like Razor Draugr and like distant. Well, of course you get access to Dismal. Every like tribal deck that has access to blue plays it, so. So ye Soul Warden, of course, and you have your Life Drain package, but you also have like a decent slew of creatures. You got Loxodon and Restore. I mean, look at that. Would you play that in now? No, I don't think so. Honestly, this could just be a Life Drain deck, but I think it's more to that because you have Razor Draugr. But whatever, I mean, his version of deck's more controlling. I don't know if I would play it as that, but that's just him. It's a cute deck though. I think it's it's a kind of a cool deck. But yeah, that's why I think Clerics was like the best turtle deck in the format. Serpentine Curve. I think Serpentine Curve is a A-tier deck. Maybe... you know what? Let's go with a B. I don't think it's to the level of A, but it's definitely close. I kind of know who plays that. No, get out of here. And, oh, what am I doing? Like, Crying Orion plays it, and like, let me go to the docs again. I'm so good at doing. There you go. Might need to restart my music because I'm running out of. Oh, I like this song though. Here, I'll loop it. Okay. Here it is, 4-0. It's still a good deck, though, to be fair. Now, here you go. I mean, it's simple. You run a bunch of instants and sorceries, and you kill them with the big Serpentine Curve. There's probably a Serpentine Curve. It's create a 0/0 blue fractal, green and blue. Let's get that straight. And you put X 1/1 counter that where X is +1, the total number of instants and sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. So you can't even exile the graveyard to kill this thing. It basically, once they start getting their control plan, they just win. It is probably the best control deck in the format. Regardless of what people say. I mean, it is close to an A tier though. That's not quite there. It is close. This is the blue-black version, which I think is the best version. KOH, you got my back. My back, boy. So yeah, just a solid deck. Gillister here. Hi everyone. Oh, hello, Jorg. Zog. We're just doing Serpentine Curve, and I think it's a B. Maybe it's an A, but I think it's right there in B. I think it's a B tier deck. Alright, now we got Delirium. Better known as Delirium combo. With the nerfing of Unholy Heat, I think this deck just got a lot worse. Oh, we all know who plays that deck. We don't even need to search. I know my first name sounds like Church English. Oh, okay. Excuse me while. Does he even have it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, Grixis, Delirium, and Arena Pauper. The combo is Playcraft Familiar. So when it enters battlefield, choose a creature card in your hand. It perpetually gains Death Touch. Remember that. And then Zealot. So you perpetually give this thing Death Touch. And if you read its effect, whenever God Zealot attacks, if there's 4 more cards it types in your graveyard, deals 1 damage to each creature defending player controls. Meaning, this thing be a board wipe on a stick. This thing be a board wipe on a stick. Now, you may think, oh, that's the most powerful thing in Arena Pauper. For sure, it has to be. Well, it requires setup, and it requires a graveyard. Guess what those two things have in common? You're right, they can both be stupidly interrupted. But hey, I mean, you have Mogwarts, right? Interrupt that combo. You have like Storm. Oh, just kill their creatures. Kill, you know. This one's easier to interact with because all you do is you just nuke their graveyard. They're basically done. And with this being nerfed, because I think on Arena it doesn't do 6, it does 4. It's just bad now. It's not good. Unholy Heat gets chumped by Voltage Surge, which does the same thing in a future tournament. Don't worry, this deck is not over, but it's not nearly as good as people think it is. But whatever. I mean, it's a deck. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Alright. Then we have Blink. I think Blink. People might say, but hey, I mean, I could be wrong. Cause let's just take a look at a Blink deck. Who plays that a lot? I know Man Piggy plays it. Man Piggy plays a lot of Blink. I have docs for this, by the way, so. And Blink could be summed up as like, I don't know, man. It's kind of a wishy-washy deck sometimes. Like, you could just tell it's not good, but... Ugh, really? Okay, we're gonna do this thing. I'm too lazy. Azorius Blink, you can go Esper Blink. There's a lot of Blink decks you can do. I know Man of War, yeah. So basically, you blink with like Cloud Shift or Momentary Blink. Oh, Blur's a new one, yeah, you can use that too. And basically, you blink your Mold Drifter, you can cast it for like evoke cost, and you just blink it in response, and you can reduce it by 1. Hey, and draw 4 cards. That's really good. Man of War. Return a creature to the center. I mean, that's pretty good too. You can blink your card draw effects like these. You can blink in response if they're trying to kill it. You can Cloud Shift in response and get back. So Blink is very, like... It's very disruptive heavy, but you gain advantage, which is so good. And I think it's an A tier, but it's not quite there yet, because like, it's once you get it going, it's kind of hard to stop. It's kind of like Ninja Tempo, but it, you know, different. So yeah. I'm not gonna include Sultai piles on this list. I don't know. I can literally just put it like without the aggro aspect. I think it's like this. It's not S tier. I think the Elephants version is way better than the Sultai version, but it's definitely a really good deck. I'm not gonna show a deck for that. I think people already know like the Elephants and the just this Sultai midrange, or Gruul midrange. Either one. You know, pretty good. Alright, then we got Rakdos Rock, which KOH plays. Karan or whatever you call him. I think this is honestly about right here. It's not really like mono, what the hell? Okay. It's not like to the point of where it's good. It's right here, I think. I got the notes here. 3-0. I mean, it's a good deck. So it's kind of like where Raptor's Rock is. So basically, you use like Countervent to return your creatures, and what you could do with that is create like kind of some loops. You know, you can get into like loops of like returning your creatures, keep putting them on the battlefield. It may seem like a bag deck, so you do Blood Beckoning with our Elementalist with your death creatures, and you kind of loop it. Sacrificing. It doesn't seem like a good deck, but it's a really good deck. You could turn Ghastly Gloom Hunter, Flying Lifelink, and kick it. It seems like it's weak. Let me tell you a thing about why Graveyard deck recycling is really good. It's because you can if you can gain value while using your graveyard and on the battlefield, you got a deck there. I mean, do I see White Weenies in the A tier? It's a little tough to see which deck is. I actually didn't put White Weenies. Our White Weenies is basically mono white flyers. We decided that we don't believe that like White Weenies is good enough if you could just run mono white flyers instead. So I already went over that. I think it's like in the middle of the list. It's a 50-50 deck, and it's nice though, you know. It's nice. There's Rakdos Rock, basically. Return creatures, gain value off of them when you sack them, and keep doing rinse and repeat. And you can get loops like Blood Reckoning and Arion. So this deck can just loop its way to victory. I got embarrassed by this deck when I was playing my Kiln Fiend deck. This deck can kick ass. This deck is really good. It doesn't seem like a lot. It's, you know, you gotta look, a lifelink 1/1. What good is that? You gotta play exile effects to get rid of it, because it'll just return it, play it again, and kick it in future turns. And that's what I like about KOH's decks, is that the decks he makes are engine decks that run off of what his ideas of like, oh, you can do something with this creature and perpetually do. He likes to look to the future when he's deck building, and it's interesting, you know. So, but yeah, sorry if that's complicated, but that's what I think. Oh, we got Mono Blackburn. All right. Want to see where this Mono Blackburn is? C tier. It's not terrible though, but it's not good. It's just there. I know who plays that though. It was my pack deck when I was competing in tournaments. Don't have the energy to compete anymore, but when I did, I guess it bumped it to S tier by winning several weeks in a row. I mean, yeah, this deck can, like, it could be B, but it's, I think it's at C, because I think Burn, it just gets outclassed by this mono red Burn. But honestly, this deck can go toe-to-toe with it pretty easily, in fact. Oh, let me do this. And go to... Oh, you're talking about mono? Oh, okay. Thought about that. But yeah, basically, I don't have it with me right now. They see me dirtling, I think he was playing it, not you. So yeah, this is kind of the deck. You can run it like this. Ew, I just play Spark Harvest. And GI. No, this is not good. Alright, this might be better. No, it's terrible. What the hell? Oh, midwing. Oh, there we go. 3 days ago? Yeah, this is updated. Oh, wow. Yeah, mono black aggro's played a lot. Where is the... No, not mid-range. We already looked at mono black zombies, mono red burn. There we go. Fix that. Oh, they might not have it. Oh, they don't. Oh, if you look at that. These are all the decks, by the way, that are in the event. But basically, it uses Okiba something. That's really what you gotta... This thing. So each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. That's kind of how the deck works, basically. And I feel like this is the most powerful card in mono black burn. There's not much to... The same thing I said about burn. Not much to explain about burn. It's a very linear deck. They just kill you with... Well, burn. It's not really complicated stuff. So... It's just not as good as this guy. This guy's the best deck in the format. Oh, yeah, Mogwar is my favorite deck. Where do I think this lands? Oh, I don't know. About right here. Maybe right, no, probably right there. Just like in B tier, high B tier. You wanna know who plays that deck? Only me. Sad. Yep. The only one who kind of plays this deck. Other than some people, I don't know. So like, let me give you an example of like kind of a deck I had. There you go, Mogwar's combo. This is kind of most updated version. So the way I can go on for hours of how I play this deck, but basically combo revolves around First Day Class, Putrid Goblin, Skirk Prospector. 3 cards. Now you may think, 3-card combo? That's terrible. Well, not if you have the tools and resources. Like a tribal deck kinda does. Since Goblins is a tribal deck, you can search it with Faceless Agent. You can get stuff back with Razor Draugr. Oh, and would you look at that? You can create something magical. Now, this isn't the most updated version of the deck. In fact, I vastly changed it to where now there's like... I found out with Faceless Agent that you can make it work as like Goblin Matron if you have 1 copy of each card. So I have like 1 copy of Aki, Emperor Keeper, and 1 copy of Woody Roadmaster, because I noticed that you can fetch your combos just by using Merchant of the Veil. So I can infinitely draw cards basically with it. And I run a full 3 or 4 of these guys because it's just way better, because you can just draw to your combo instead. You don't need to have 3 or 4 of these. So, but basically 2 payoffs. You win with this, so whenever another creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage, so you basically burn them out infinitely. Yeah, you can't tutor for it. So what you would do is, instead, if you could tutor, you could just use Aki Ember Keeper. And I found this out, by the way. That's why they made me a meta builder, because they said this is some interesting tech, and I think people are going to use this in the future. But it's only me. Aki Ember Keeper. And you use like Bone Splitter with attached Future Goblin, create infinite tokens. Or double First Day of Class. You can create tokens, because this will get a counter on it. It won't no longer just be a normal vanilla 2/2. If you have 2 First Day of Classes, you'll get an extra counter. And once you sack that, it's a modified creature, so you just get infinite tokens. So infinite tokens or infinite damage or infinite draw. There's multiple ways you can work this deck. And it's amazing. It's a really good deck. It's not the best combo deck. I still think Chatterstorm is just a little bit better, but it does have some fair share of coolness to it. Well, not if you're drawing infinite cards. It comes up sometimes. Like, it is hard. That's why I don't think... Some people think it's the best combo deck in the format. I don't. I think it is, but other people don't. And I actually think, yeah, looking into it, I think Chatterstorm's just way easier. So I'm just better at it than maybe he is, but who knows. Alright, let's go to the green Stompy. I think this is... right here. Maybe right here. It's probably like that. You know, I'm probably going to bump this to A tier. Nah, it's my list. It's B tier. So, green Stompy. I mean, it's a deck. I mean, no question about it. I mean, what else can you... I mean, what can you think when you think mono green? Stompy. Here is a... Sorry, I'm just looking at the doc that they gave me for this thing. I mean, mono green. Damn, I like his username. Basically... Oh, this is kind of an old version a little bit. But... same concept, you just stomp them with big creatures like Beograph. I actually want to run this in a mono green deck at one point. And use like Ram Through. Other things like that. So, I mean, this is kind of like with the mono green. This is like, oh wow, season 6 weeks. Yeah, that's it's kind of an oldie but a goodie. Let me see if I can get a better one. I don't know if I can. Like, I don't really have... So from week... Jeez. Week 1? Ugh. It's too old. But regardless, I mean, that's kind of what mono green is all about. Yeah. That's all I have, the data. So, it runs Tanuki now, and a bunch of trample effects. That's all I kind of know about the deck. I only played it once, and yeah, it's decent. But it's not, you know, great. Artificer. Oh, where does this one go? It's terrible. I'm sorry to say it's probably the worst deck in the format. That's just me. I mean, to say it's not bad. I mean, it's just not good. I mean, I could tell you all the things that you could do that are way better than just being an Artificer deck. Because you could just be an Affinity deck, which ain't... I mean, it's not as good, but... Oh, here. I have it right here. This kind of the Artificer kind of deck. I mean, as you can see, just... This one got last place. It's not as good as people make it out to be. Your payoff is Reckless Fireweaver, and that's your only payoff. I mean, yes, you have Kami of Industry, but that's basically it. And Defiant Salvage. I mean, you can stack artifacts. Hey, it's pretty good, but not if you got nothing to do with them. So I don't know, man. It's just not as good as people think it is. And it's really, you could just play a better deck. That's what people should do, you know? It's not that it's bad, it's just that it needs support, and it just doesn't have it. And there's way other decks you can play, like Affinity, of course. But, of course, Affinity's not doing so hot either. So it's like, artifacts in general are only good. The eggs are only good, you know? Acre Wellspring, or the Experimental Synthesizer. Only the eggs are good, and nothing else, you know? Don't try to make a deck complicated around it. It just doesn't work. And you're just better off getting value from them instead of just trying to make an engine out of it, because it's hard, you know? So, is what it is. Okay, and then the next one we have Enchantments. Where do I think Enchantments is? It's right here. It's a good deck. I mean, to say it's not a good deck is... Oh, here we go. I mean, Endless has one right here. So basically, enchantments work with Geothermal Kami. Just return an enchantment you control to its owner's hand. You gain 3 out. So you kind of see where this is going, you know? Turn enchantments like Myra's Grass. You can remove multiple things. You do like Omen loops. Nexus Warden, just gain a crap ton of life. This deck has it all. And if you're using enchantments, you gain access to the omens. And it could kind of make a core Skyfisher Omen package too. I mean, the loops in this deck are so powerful that I think this deck can become S tier in the future if we get more enchantments that just do that. Especially if we get that one-costed enchantment that just draws a card. I forgot what it's called. All we have is Urban Utopia right now. There is a one cost that does, when you drop it on land, draws a card. So, we don't have that, but this deck is just good. I mean, it's annoying with Nexus Warded and other things like Candle Trap, you know. So, I mean, enchantments is great. It could be higher. I don't think it's life drain material, but it's close. So, okay, and the last one on our list we have is Damir Snowball. Where do I think this lands? Right here. I think Damir Snowball is an okay deck, kind of like... Could see Creator Shiniki Enchantments as his finisher. They really don't play it though, I don't know why. They're crazy. But yeah. Damir Snowball is... Could help it win a bit more. It could. I mean, totally agree, man. Sunnyvale, I think, plays it. I think he plays Snowball. I know a lot of... I think there was one other person that played Snowball too. It's a deck of decks, you know. Is this it? I think this is it. Oh, this is more the zombies. Oh, never mind. He played zombies too? Damn. Oh, he plays Snowball? Yeah, I remember, I guess I guess Jedi did too, huh? What a champion. Oh, he's right here. But... Can't quite get his, I have docs though. But it doesn't look like it's on here. Oh, here we go. I can reference using this, though. I actually want to pull up this deck. Just go to this. And we'll find it, maybe. But yeah, it's Damir Snowball, I think, is really... Jeez, he's been playing a long time. The site is broken. I tell ya. New Age Fishing, no. He hasn't played in a while, though, too, so, like, it's kind of... Damir Snowball is really kind of just... Shouldn't even be called Damir Snowball. He says Damir Midrange. But what, you know. Sonny calls it Snowball, so I'm gonna call it Snowball. Yeah, Priest of Haunted Edge. And it's a simple deck. It's just Damir midrange with Wander and Death. So you can Wander and Death your Haunted Edge, keep getting it back, and it just becomes a snowball of effects. So it's kind of like Rock, but way different. Oh, it even uses that. Oh, interesting. So, you can kind of see where this is, because it's kind of like a Damir mid-range deck, but we just call it Snowball. So, that was like Platypus's. I decided to add a Platypus deck because I think he's the creator and very grindy, very focused on card advantage. Well, I hate to break it to you, but most of these decks honestly are very grindy. Not the good decks, no. The good decks are just straight to the point. But like the mid-range deck, not the mid-range, like the engine decks are what are grindy decks. So I kind of broke this up in 3 categories, like linear, control, mid-range. But like what mid-range has is like engine creature decks or like pure engine decks. So I don't know, man. Let's review. So Burn is the best deck in the format. We can all agree. Elephant's like 2nd best. Ninja's like 3rd. Other soul type piles. I just put this kind of like other decks. Maybe I shouldn't even include it. I don't know. I don't even know. Life Drain. Enchantments. Kiln Fiend. Boggles. Clerics, Chatterstorm, Blink, Snaky, Serpentine Curve, Mogwarts, Zombies, Elves, Gardens, Flyers, Snowball, Monograin, Rock, Blue White Control, Imperial Oath decks, Core Skyfish. Ah, what is Core Skyfish doing over here? It's like that. This way. Oh. It's better than this deck, probably. And you got Black Burn, Delirium, Combo, Breathless Knight, Affinity. Mill Life, Reanimator, Artificers, worst deck. Sorry, Artificers. I wish you were better. So yeah, this is my... I don't know if I want to make any changes. Honestly, everything seems good. I could see an argument maybe that, like, Jeune Gardens is probably not really good yet. But that's always middle. I don't even know. Well... Because with... I don't know. With Gardens, it has the exile effects for graveyards. So, of course, like, demo control just gets wrecked. It's probably better than that. I'll probably put it here. You know what? I'd probably move zombies up because they have bigger bodies and they can kind of shine. I'm kind of doing power scaling though, if I think it like that. I think Chatterstorm could be higher. It's probably like that. Other than that, I think that goes way higher. Other than that, I think that's good. Yeah, we'll put this out here. Yeah, it's not. Now I think of it, it's really not. Blue-white control. The thing with blue-white control is that you don't have access to good removal. The access you do have is like exile, and that's like not an instant speed. I guess you could use those. Destroy when it's attacked, but it's terrible. No, it's terrible. Terrible. Yeah, that's my list. I think that is the list. I think I'm gonna put it in format streaming. So that is my list. I know people are gonna disagree with it, so I'm gonna add reactions to either say yay or nay. Or confusion. Yeah, there we go. Added 3 reactions. So I'm probably gonna get a lot of thumbs down, but I think this is the tier list I like. And I don't think anything's gonna change that. Oh yeah, I guess it has this too. I think you have to be logged in for that, but I don't know. I did it on the Discord too, so. But it is what it is. Oh, what is that? Ah, don't like the alignment chart. There you go. So that's what I think every deck is. Gen Gardens kind of biased. So I added bias decks. Gen Gardens is a new deck that I made. But I tested it with 3 different people, and I won 3 of those. I won against Storm, okay? Storm's here. This guy's here. I'm putting him at B. But it might be overrated. It could be like right here, maybe like right here. I don't know. I beat Storm. I beat Ninjas, and I beat like... I beat Burn with this deck too, but I guess that was in the event deck. Maybe they're not playing as good. But then I did LFGs with like Ninjas. I beat them. Like, this deck is like, come on, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. Another bias by Mogwarts too. But who knows? I mean, if you want to use that many, have text inside the car image. Ah, it's really hard. This site sucks. I only have it listed on top. So Sunnyvale's asking if I could put... I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. For the life of me. I wish they had like a text thing. They don't. It's lame. So. But yeah, that's my list. Any other decks I missed? I don't think I missed any decks. I tried to include all of the decks I could. People are probably whining about what all these decks mean. They're saying like, oh, you're wrong, you're stupid. Why don't you actually learn? Okay, I've been playing Pauper for 2 years, okay? Maybe not on the Arena Pauper. I've only been playing for like 3.5 months, but like on Vintage Pauper, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, you know? This may be different to some people. Like in Vintage Pauper, I know the top deck is... And it's probably not burn. I think it's fairies. Whatever. um, yeah. So that was the live stream. I'm gonna leave a VOD up to anyone who wants to reference this, but anyways, that will do it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day or night. I'll see you guys in the next videos or stream. Bye and peace.